Surprise, buttface!
There are a number of new first-person shooter games releasing on Mac this year in 2019, so today we are taking a look at the top 10 Mac FPS games of 2019. Starting at number 10, we have Intruder. This game is similar to Rainbow Six Siege, but it goes above and beyond when it comes to using gadgets and stealth. In fact, the devs say that they are inspired by other great single-player games like Metal Gear Solid, SWAT 3, Deus Ex, and Splinter Cell, for instance. Intruder is all about teamwork in order to take down the opposing team. There are many options to get the advantage over the other team, such as using gadgets, different weapons, traps, etc. Please note though that the game is in early access right now, so finding servers can have mixed results and the animations are still somewhat rough. But Intruder can run on most Macs out there.
Hey, where you at?
Number 9 is Void Bastards. Welcome to a new strategy shooter with the coolest art style. Void Bastards isn't just about pointing your gun and firing at everything you see. You'll need to make decisions here, such as where will you go, what will you do, and who will you fight. The whole game requires you to think at all times, which is a fresh gameplay approach to this genre. Void Bastards also offers a 12 to 15 hour campaign, which is pretty lengthy, and it is not a very demanding title, so it can run on most Macs out there.
Hey, you buttface!
Number 8, we have Dying Light. Maybe stretching the definition of a shooter, Dying Light is an open world survival game where you kill zombies and use parkour to traverse around. Guns are not the primary focus in Dying Light. This is because shooting will alert zombies in the area around you and you'll become swarmed in seconds. So there is the right time and the wrong time to use a gun in this game. So instead of shooting everything you see, you'll be using a range of melee weapons which allow you to get up close to your enemies. Now there are a few times when guns are needed for a quick escape, or perhaps when fighting against bandits. Dying Light is a demanding game and will run best on a 15-inch MacBook Pro or an iMac with a 2GB or better graphics card.
I will allow you this much.
You promised me 2 crates of it. This is only 5 vials.
If you want more, I present you with an opportunity.
Number 7 is Shotgun Farmers. Here we have a multiplayer shooter for up to 10 players per match. The gameplay is quite different from the other games on this list. So when you shoot your gun, your missed shots will grow new guns in the ground. It's weird. The longer a gun plant grows, the more ammo you can take from it. It's a very silly concept, but it's different and it's fun. Plus it makes you think about how much ammo you have left and that you need to carefully plan your shots on the opposing team. You can pick up snipers, shotguns, flamethrowers, assault rifles and much more, and you can play on different game modes such as capture the pig, defend the scarecrow and more. Shotgun Farmers can be played on most Macs as it has low requirements. Number 6, we have Dusk. Originally released on the 11th of December 2018 for all other platforms that it's on, this game was ported to Mac on the 7th of February 2019. It's a really hectic shooter. It's clearly inspired by classic 90s first-person shooter games. Perhaps this could be Doom, or Quake, for instance. But in this one, you'll be battling frightening monsters and will have access to a vast arsenal of weapons, i.e. sickles, swords, crossbows, rifles, double-barreled shotguns, and much more. There are 3 campaign episodes here, but an endless survival mode is also available. Dusk has incredibly low requirements, so most Mac models from 2009 and up can support it. Number 5 is Skillwarz. Skillwarz is a modern first-person shooter game available to download right now on itch.io for free. It's still in development and the full release has not been announced, so please be aware that more content will be added in the future. However, right now, it still has plenty of content for a free game, such as 5 game modes and more than 20 maps. Wow. The only downside for this game is that not many people are playing it, as it's not a very well-known game out there in the public eye. So let's help out the developer one-man army and give this game a go. Skillwarz can run on most Macs out there. Number 4, we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Okay, yes, this game was released way back in 2012, however, I've put it on this list because in December 2018 it went completely free to play and added in a Battle Royale mode. And in April 2019 they updated the workshop submission process. CSGO is still one of the most popular FPS games on Mac or on Windows PC. And it's great that Valve are still supporting this game all these years later. As many of you most likely already know, CSGO can run on most Macs out there. Number 3 is Tannenberg. On the 13th of February 2019, Tannenberg became a full release game after being in early access for a while. It's a First World War shooter game with 64-player battle set on the Eastern Front. It's not like your typical online FPS game, it's more realistic and has strategy elements to it. You can't just go in guns blazing. Tannenberg isn't meant to be played like that, guys. You need to plan your shots carefully and make sure you're safe from coming gunfire, as just one bullet can take you down. Plus, you need to work with your teammates to push back the opposing online players. The guns here are very authentic and realistic to the actual era that they're set from, but at the same time they can be very difficult to use at first and it can take a while to learn. Anyway, Tannenberg should work well on most Macs from 2014 and up. Number 2, we have Borderlands II. Recently, Aspyr Media updated Borderlands 2 to 64-bit and brought Mac gamers the Ultra HD pack. Now the game not only plays better, but obviously looks even more stunning. Plus, in June, a new expansion launched for this game, known as Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary. Borderlands 2 is still one of the most popular games on Mac, and I'm very glad that it's still being updated 6 years after it initially launched. That is incredible. Now, because of the new updates to Borderlands 2, the game is now best played on Macs from 2012 and up. It's also worth noting that Aspyr Media recently dropped official support for the macOS version of Borderlands the pre-sequel, as it's a 32-bit app and won't work under macOS Catalina, which doesn't support 32-bit games. For whatever reason, they decided not to update the game, and that's their choice. And finally, number 1, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 3. In April 2019, Aspyr Media ported Black Ops 3 to Mac. Sure, the release is very late, but I don't really mind this. In my opinion, it's very good news that Aspyr are back porting COD games to Mac, and who knows, they might port some more later in this year or next year or whatever. But anyway, Aspyr have delivered a solid port here that is a 64-bit app that also supports the Metal framework. If you want to buy this game, please be aware that the multiplayer is not very active, except for zombies. People are still playing that game mode because people love zombies. And also be very aware that the game is supported on Macs with AMD graphics cards such as the iMac series and 15-inch MacBook Pros.
Remember, they ain't got the night vision.
So, 2019 has some pretty good FPS games for Mac. Sure, they are not groundbreaking AAA games that are releasing on other platforms, but they are still gems in my opinion anyway. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more videos about Mac gaming. Anyway, thanks for watching.